Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Christel Crawford Show. I am she, Christel Crawford. And if you're new to me, hi. I'm sucking on a Jolly Rancher. That's probably like the worst idea ever before you get on a show where you're talking. Hold on. That's right, I just spit it out. Okay, so, hi, Michael. So if you guys are new to me, well, you guys aren't new to me. Hi, Kinga. Hi, Michael. But if you are watching this in the future, I'm an access consciousness certified facilitator, and also a person with a body. And on this show every week, my target is to talk about something that is relevant to all of us. And so this week's topic is called the shit show. Tools for uncomfortable things. You're welcome. Hi, Wesley. Hi, Michael. Hi, Kinga. Okay, so this is the shit show. Just so you guys know, every single week, if you want to know when I go live, you can. You could just have to go to my website and put your email address in there, and I will send you an email letting you know when I'm live. Because sometimes it's more fun, hi, hello, to be live with me and get your questions answered and interact with me this way than it is to watch a replay. But you don't have to, but you can. And I also have a free Facebook group called the Awareness Challenge, How Aware Are You? That is vibrant and alive. And there are tools in there that you can sign up for and start using in your life now that are just life-changing. You can ask anybody who's been in that group. It's just been an amazing thing. And then the third thing I want to invite you to before I actually get into my topic is www.ChristelJoyCrawford/3-month money challenge. 3-month money challenge. 3-month challenge. ChristelJoyCrawford.com/3-month challenge. Okay, because that's starting on Wednesday, and I want to invite you to that too, so go check that out. So, the shit show. Hello, welcome to the shit show. I am your host, and I have a bunch of questions that you guys sent in, so I'm really excited. Hi, Megan. And you can do that. You can send in your questions, and I'll talk about them live. Hi, Eva Lisa. So, let me give a little preface to today's topic. I woke up, I was grumpy as fuck. I've been a little grumpy in the last 2 or 3 days. And what's been occurring in the last 2 or 3 days is me choosing and being more than I've ever been before. And a lot of times when you start choosing and asking for and being more than you've ever been before, your life gets really fucking uncomfortable. And so that's one of the things that I want to address today. And one of the tools that you can use when you are feeling fucking uncomfortable, grumpy, grouchy, one of the tools you can do is you can ask the question, is this the change I've been asking for showing up in a totally different way? Yes or no? If you get a yes, go, okay, cool. How does it get better than this? The second thing you can do is just be grumpy as fuck. Like, get right into it. Just be fucking grouchy. Like, that's actually one of my favorite tools. Hi, Bert. Hi, Monique. Is just get in there. Be grumpy. Be in the shits. Just do it. Do it upright. Today I've laid on my yoga mat and just rolled around because my body's really intense, and go for a walk. Just be grouchy. Run a bath. Have some wine. Just do it. Because the thing is, even when you're grumpy and you're in the shit, you're not wrong. You're just grumpy and you're in the shit, and it's okay. Thing number 3 is you are very aware, okay? Just so you guys know, you're a walking radio receiver tower. So 99.9999999% of the time, when you've got stuff going on, it's not yours. Here's the tool to use. It's new. It's brand new. We're just rolling this out. Who does this belong to? This is mine. No. So, grumpy can be lots of things, just so you know. It can be a change showing up in a totally different way. Lots of intensity in your body can be lots of awareness of all the things. The moment, though, that you take anything that's going on in your body, any kind of shit that you're in, hi Albu, hi Katie, hi guys. If you have friends that you want to be able to see this shit show, go ahead and share it. Let's spread the love. It'll be so good. Hi, Julia. The moment you go into, though, this is a problem and I have to fix it, is the moment you stick yourself and you cannot change a fucking thing. You can't be happy, you can't be grumpy, you will just judge whatever's going on. Anytime you decide something's a problem, that's when you're fucked, and not in the good way, okay? So it doesn't matter what's going on, let go of whether or not it's a problem and function from these 4 questions. Are you ready? What is it? What can I do with it? Can I change it? Yes or no? Don't just buy that you can change everything, by the way, because sometimes there's shit you can't change, which then you just have to go around it. Can I change it, and if so, how? Okay, those are the 4 questions to always function from with anything, and I'm going to give you those before I get into the questions you sent in, because a lot of the questions you guys sent in come from this place of like, this is going wrong, what's the matter? Why? Why is this wrong? So for me, in the last 3 days, I've been grumpy, but I'm not assuming anything's wrong. I'm just grumpy. I'm grumpy. I'm aware things are changing. They're better than they've ever been. They're more expansive than they've ever been. I have more energy in my world than I've ever had before. I'm more out of control than I've ever been. How does it get better than that? And then what would it take to have total ease with all the grump? Right? And the 15th tool I want to give you is get your bars run. If you guys have never gotten your bars run, if you don't know what access bars is, please Google it. Message me. I will send you a playlist on, I will send you a YouTube playlist of videos you can watch, and I will connect you with a practitioner in your area if you have never gotten your bars run. Access bars. It is a game changer, which is what I need to do. I actually need to do that. And yesterday, what I chose to do is I have created something new for myself, you guys, that I wanted to show you. So I've created a question notebook. This is how official it is. This is the manufacturer's sticker, and I wrote questions on it. Okay. And I have amazing friends. Oh, let me read this. Hold on. Received a very dynamic bars on Friday, and after the first bliss, it's been a shit show. Is this the change I've been asking for? Made it so light. Awesome. Yeah, guys, every time you run clearings, and this is why I want to tell you about this, every time you run clearings, every time you ask a different question, and I know a lot of you have been playing in my 5-day money challenge. We've been asking a lot of different questions. Every time you get your bars run, guess what happens? Your awareness increases. It increases. So it's interesting because bars creates the quote-unquote need for more bars, in the sense of like, as your awareness increases, you become aware of more things, and your awareness is energetic. So my grump today is like, how much am I aware of, was one of the questions I asked myself. I'm like, megatons, a megatons, right? Okay, cool. And yesterday, and this is what I'm telling you about this notebook, because I created this question notebook for myself, I started asking some really different questions, and I chose some different futures. This is what will happen with these tools. This is what you will create for yourself, is you will ask these questions, you'll become aware of more possibilities, you'll start choosing towards different futures that are undefined, that are just bigger. I don't even know. One of the questions I've been asking is, hey Elena, this is a freebie, okay? What can I create? And I got this from a friend of mine, and I'm so grateful. What can I create that's unfathomable, immense, unprecedented, massive, beyond my logical mind, experience, and all consideration, that would contribute to everyone on the planet, right? I'm also asking for, what would it take to have classes that are stadiums full of people? I'm asking for and choosing some really big things. And so as you do that, and it doesn't matter if your things match my things, as you choose towards undefined futures, your awareness increases. And so sometimes your body needs a little help catching up, and not sometimes, all the time. That's why we create the bodywork tools of Access Consciousness. So please don't discount those. Please trust me and find a bars practitioner. And if you already know bars, make sure you're trading with people and getting your bars run, because that will actually ease your body into the change that you've been asking for. You guys, we're creating really different realities with what we're choosing with these Access Consciousness tools. We're creating more awareness, more consciousness, more greatness, futures that are undefined, that as we continue to choose and be allowance, will come to pass. So give your body the gift of bars, okay? So let me get into some of your questions, because this, I think, is the gift of having a live show. And if you guys have any questions for me on the show, please, I'm here, ask me something. We've got 20 more minutes together. Ask me all the things. You're welcome, Elena. Okay, so, and for those of you guys that have just joined, I'm starting a 3-month money challenge that will add a new question to your life every single week on a live Zoom with me. So go check it out, crystaljoycrawford.com/3-month challenge, and see if that's something you want to come play with. Lisa Miller sent in something that I thought was great. These are all great. She goes, well, I sent my email out to my list, and I'm like, yeah, I woke up, I was grumpy as fuck. And she's like, yep, I know that one. She goes, I'm not truly doing or being what's possible. However, okay, some level I thought I was. Maybe 10% capacity is being utilized, and money is the byproduct of being me and joy, right? So any tools for being with the fact that there's a gap. And I'm not totally clear on what she's talking about with the gap, but what I looked at in this email, and this is what you do with yourself too, is you look at where the energy is. She said maybe 10% capacity is being utilized, and that actually matches the energy. Hey, Bert. So one of the things I've been asking for this year that, again, created some grump in my world because it was a way bigger ask, and this was actually my ask for 2019, was to live from and choose from the 990%, which I get it. The math doesn't add up. 1,000% is not what we're told. We're told 100%. But one of the things Gary Douglas talks about that I love is that we generally only choose from and create from the 10% of us. And there's been so many times I've been so aware with everything I'm creating in the world, with my business, with money, that I'm only creating from like the tip of my pinky finger. Does anybody else ever get that about themselves, where it's like I'm creating a fraction of what is actually available to me? And I've chosen something different this year. Like I remember over New Year's, I was like, I am choosing the 990%. I don't even know what that means. You know, if that means I'm living the 10 keys to total freedom, which by the way is a book and a telecall, cool. That's, you know, allowance. Everything's just an interesting point of view where, you know, I'm not functioning from the competition of this reality, where I'm really including everything and not judging anything and, you know, choosing and all that stuff. Cool. What's that? What would that be like? That's a question you can ask yourself of what would it be like to live from and function from the 990%? And then the universe can show you that, because that is not something that we have any reference points for. And what I've discovered about access consciousness tools and this whole conversation of creating beyond this reality is that everything that I'm asking for, that I'm choosing in my life is beyond any reference point. I don't have reference points for it. You know, it's like sitting down to a musical instrument, and sure, the reference points that I have are I'm looking at my keyboard over here, like I have the reference points of the 88 keys, but when I'm sitting down to create something new, I literally just have to start somewhere and then find out what comes after that. And then after that, you can create that thing into more of a structured thing and write it down and repeat it and all that stuff. But in the creation of anything, there isn't any actual reference point for it. And especially when you're creating something new, as a creative, I'm going to lump us for a second, as a creative musical person, you can sort of get into reference point rut, right? Where it's like, well, my music, all this music kind of sounds the same. Or when you've created an album of music, you know, that can be like, well, that's all kind of the same-ish. Now we want to do something totally different. What do we have to add to our life? What do we have to add to our mix? What influences do we have to add into our mix to be able to generate and create something different? And so that's true of a life. So everything that you want to create and generate that's different in your life, you don't have any reference points for. And when you use reference points, it'll come out kind of same-ish as opposed to just being different, you know? And it's funny in the music world, actually, now that I'm looking at that, a lot of musicians kind of get skewered for doing something totally different. But as humanoid people, that we require that. We actually require the difference of creating something totally new. So ask the universe to show you, what does it be like to live from the 990%? Like, okay, I'm only creating from 10%. Okay, cool. My money reality reflects that. My body reality reflects that. The level of joy in my world reflects that. Like, what joy? I don't know. Okay, great. What's actually possible that I haven't considered? What choices can I actually make here that I haven't yet chosen? And start playing with that. And then Kristen Medved emailed in, hi. You're grumpy as fuck and so is your baby. Allie, I have a feeling you need 6 more hours of bars, girl. Just try it. And Kristen Medved woke up grumpy as fuck as well. She also said, this is the shit show. It's fine. We can say that. It's also cold as fuck here in Winnipeg, also known as winter hell. My body is not happy here living in the winter. What can I do to turn this frown upside down? Love everything you're doing lately. That's a great question, you guys. You know, one of the things that I asked myself, hi, Kath, I adore you. One of the things I asked myself yesterday, because, it's either yesterday or 2 days ago, I woke up even grumpier than this morning. And I literally was like, okay, I can either spend the day grumpy or I can choose something else. So the question that I asked is, what can I choose to generate a different energy? What can I choose to generate a different energy? And that's actually where this question journal got created, because I was like, I wonder what it would create for me to like read through and ask and be a bunch of questions like in the morning. I wonder what different energy that would generate in my world. Because it's really easy when you wake up a certain way, or you've got a baby, or you've got life and things and work and all the shit, right? To fall into the entrainment of that and find these routes that your feelings just take, or you just go down and that's just the way it is, right? It's easy to do that. But the conversation of consciousness is actually choosing what you want to be, choosing what you'd like to feel, choosing what you'd like to not choosing, right? And Gary talks about how we don't actually know how to choose. It's not something, I was never taught how to choose. I was taught how to judge. I was taught how to figure out. I was taught how to try to find the right thing to do, but I wasn't taught how to choose. So just choose, and you'll get awareness. You don't do that because that's an out of control way to be, and you don't know what you're going to choose. You want to make sure you choose the right thing, right? Which is all judgment. So this choosing to ask things that actually change the energy for you, or to choose to do things that just allow you to soak in the grump, that's also a choice, is different. And yesterday for me, I was just really asking, like, what can I choose to ask that would generate a different energy for me? And so I created this notebook of questions. And I just started asking my friends and people that I really respect what kind of questions they're playing with. So I've got a list of questions for my morning time that I'm just going to read off to you that I'm really excited about. And one of them goes, what can I choose or be or do today that will make me happy with me? This is not a question, but it's cool. It's like, just for today, I will not judge. I'll be interesting point of view. I'll receive everything and be in total allowance. I love that. Katie, I've been grumpy as fuck today too. We're in the middle of a snowstorm and entering below 0 temps. Oh joy, I'm over winter. Did I mention I don't care for shoveling snow? Here I am sitting in sunlight and about to fly to Mexico. I'm a terrible person. Okay, can we just destroy and uncreate everything that winter is for everybody around the world? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you guys destroy and uncreate all of that on 3? 1, 2, 3. All the points of view, all the decisions, all the judgments, all the computations, all the projections, all the expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections that anybody and everybody has about winter and how shitty it is and how cold it is and how miserable it is. All the joy that you've been sucked out of your world, will you now revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate everywhere that you aligned and agreed with it and resisted and reacted to it that's holding it in place? Times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all land, shorts, boys, and beyonds. All right, so for all y'all that are new, that weird thing I said is the clearingstatement.com. And right there was a segment of like how I facilitate shit to change, girl. Like girls, boys, whoever you are. Things don't have to change. Change is not right. Change is a choice. And happiness is a choice. And choosing to do with your mood is also a choice. She's laughing her ass off. Awesome. So that's the thing. That's the only thing. If you get nothing else out of this video, that would be the thing that I would give you, that I would want you to get out of this video, is that all of this is a choice. Being grumpy is a choice, being happy is a choice, being stressed is a choice, being worried is a choice. All of it's a choice. If you start to just get that it's a choice, it gets easier. If you fight that it's a choice and you try to make it not a choice, or you do something weird with that, then it gets fucking strange. But if it's stress, okay, fine, I'm choosing to be stressed. Okay, fine, I'm choosing to be grumpy. Okay, fine. How can I celebrate my grump today? Could be a question you ask, right? And you can also use the access tools to change the energies of things if you'd like to. And that's what I love about this, like, everywhere I've aligned and agreed with and resisted and reacted to the point of view of winter is the most terrible thing. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You could ask, what's the beauty in winter that I'm refusing to see? You could also ask, I wonder how much fun I could have that I haven't yet chosen. That's another question you could ask. You could ask, what can I contribute to me and my body that will create more receiving, happiness, and orgasmic joy in my world? You could ask, what does the earth, the world, and consciousness require of me today? You could ask, What does my business require of me today that I could institute to create a greater future right away? And I mean, some of these questions, what I'm realizing as I'm asking some of these questions, well, first of all, I'm realizing that I'm in the sun and I like it, and I'm really in the sun. So let's get back. But a lot of these questions for me, like yesterday when I pulled out my notebook and I started asking these questions, what it did, thank you, Pilar, is it generated a different space of being for me. And that's the whole point, is being. Like a different space of being. And so some days I don't want to change the grump and I just go around being grumpy. But other days I'm like, no, I'd actually like to choose something else, but I require something to generate something different in my world. And that's what these questions do, is they begin to generate different awareness, different energies, different possibilities, and different choices that you have available. And so yesterday, a lot of you might have seen on my Facebook wall, yesterday, after I started asking these questions, I got out from my little question session and I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm going to engage with everybody and everything. I started like engaging with the classes I'm creating in a different way, energetically engaging with them. I put a post on my Facebook wall that was like, hey, I know 4,500 of you, but I only know like 6 of you. You're all getting a private message. And I started getting into conversations with a bunch of you. That's going to continue, by the way. If you are friends with me on Facebook, beware. I will message you. Not to sell you shit, just to talk to your ass. And so different choices came out of the questions than were previously available to me. And that's the point. That's the point. The point of a question is to create something different in your world. So this is a great question. What do I have available to me that other people can't choose? What do I have available to me that other people can't choose? I love that we're having a conversation on winter. On the thread. We should just do the show on winter. I have to tell you that winter in Georgia makes me happy because there's very little to no snow. And like right now, it's 13 degrees Celsius outside. I'm happy with my choice. I'm just saying, for all of you guys that are living in snowy Canada, what would it take for you to spend 6 months of the year down in the south and 6 months of the year up north? If you want. All right, let me get on to Alina's question here. This one's good too. She goes, isn't this amazing to receive this message from you today of all days when I did not wake up grouchy as fuck? But then things started to unfold in such a way that they made me become that. Okay. And you know what? The first thing I want to say is like, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory is the mantra of Access Consciousness, and something you can say 10 times in the morning and 10 times at night. And this is that thing where it doesn't matter what's occurring. It can come to you with ease and joy and glory if you let it. So that might be a tool that you need to add to your life. If you find yourself getting swayed and pushed around by the events in your life, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. We'll create something different in your world. And she goes, okay, guess why? You guys are going to love this. Because money. Because not enough, because doubt that I could ever get to that space where I create money with ease and I do not sink into the blank space that doesn't even allow me to find a bloody question to ask. So my question to you and your show is, what would be at least 3 of those questions for times like this? And actually, I think I've probably given at least 10. I promise to write them in purple lipstick on the guest bathroom. So, I mean, do any of you guys struggle with not enough and doubt when it comes to money? By a show of hearts and laughing faces and liking faces, does anybody else struggle with doubt and not enough when it comes to money? Is Alina alone in Romania by herself? No. So, I mean, that question right there, if there was a why to why I'm doing a 3-month money challenge, that's the why. Because the thing about money, oh, you don't, okay, good. The thing about money, the thing about life, whatever, is that money is the symptom of where you're functioning from. Money's just the symptom. And so money is this thing, this concept around which we build stuff. So it's like tofu, right? You can put tofu into any kind of sauce and tofu will take on the flavor of that sauce. So money in person A's world will be this gift and this blessing no matter how much is there. They'll never worry about it. They'll always know it can show up. In person B's world, money is something that's hard to come by, hard to earn, hard to get. In person C's world, money is always abundant and always there. So it is kind of obvious by the fact that all of us have these different experiences with money, that money is just the tofu. And so there is when you have a consistent thing going on with something, what you have going on is called an operative state. And I've been reading about these a lot in Salon de Femme, which is a book by Gary Douglas, an amazing book by Gary Douglas. Operative states are just this thing where you're like, this is just where you operate from. You like to operate from there. You've been operating them from there for a long time. And so one of the things that gets asked in another great tool, the How to Become Money Workbook by Gary, is need and not enough and doubt a place you like to function from? And of course, when he asked this person in the workbook class, this person was like, what do you mean? Do I like it? And that does seem like kind of a fucking weird question. Like, what do you mean need and lack and not enough? That's not actually a party. But only really because you're not letting it be a party. Because the thing is, we only keep choosing the things that we choose because we like them, because they are a gift in some way. And so one of the things that I have made a real demand of myself to change is when I find a functional state, an operative state around something, to really go to work on dismantling that. I'm doing that right now around relationships, which is why I did the class Woman, because we are studying and soaking ourselves in and immersing ourselves in the conversations in Salon de Femme, because Salon de Femme has clearing after clearing after conversation after clearing around just unraveling the fucking insanity around relationships. So right now I'm changing my operative state with relationships. 2 years ago, I changed my operative state with money. I literally just got up one day and I was like, this is fucking changing right now. I'm going to start doing the things that I've been refusing to do that Gary says will change everything. I was refusing those things. Okay, I'm over it. Never mind. So I started changing the operative state with money. So that's just something I'd like to invite you to look at is like, are you currently choosing operative states with things, right? Like, do you have the same things sort of showing up with money? Do you have the same things sort of showing up with your body? Do you have the same things sort of showing up with relationships? Do you have the same things, right? Are there patterns? Operative states. They're not wrong. It's just cool. Like, okay, cool. You picked it up somewhere, you bought it, you made it yours. It's in your bathroom now. It's all yours. Now it's like, okay, so how do I change this operative state? What would it take to change this? And let the universe show you what it would take. When I was asking what would it take to change my operative state with relationships, Salon de Femme kept like popping into my head, popping into my head, popping into my head. Okay, fine, I'll go study it, right? And I'm like pouring through it right now, like a fucking textbook, like soaking in it, like the Torah, this is my new Bible for a minute. But I know these tools. And I know what changes when you choose to really soak in them. And when something isn't changing, you have choice all the time. But when something isn't changing, what choices do you have available that you have not yet chosen? What operative states are you functioning from that you haven't even looked at? And what could you choose to change them? What could you choose that's different? Not just changing, okay, yesterday I got up and I was grumpy and I was in lack and need. Today I'm going to do the same sort of thing, but a little different. No, just choose something different. Drop what you were doing, drop that functional state, operative state, and actually pick up and choose and move in a different direction. If that requires you to read the How to Become Money Workbook 18 times a day, do it. If that requires you to soak in Salon de Femme, do it. What is it going to take? What does it actually take to change things for yourself? And would you be willing to show up for you in that way? Because you are the guy. You are the only guy that can actually create the change for you that you're capable of creating. And it just starts with a different choice. So with that, what I will give you, if you guys are struggling with need and doubt and lack, is one, fucking get your ass in the 3-month money challenge. Right now it starts Wednesday. CrystalJoyCrawford.com/3-month challenge. $75 a month for 3 months. It's going to be a blast. It will change so many things for you. And you can run these 2 clearings. I'm going to give you a set of clearings for anything in your life that you find yourself looping and you can't seem to change, okay? They go like this. What contribution is not enough money to my life, my living, and my reality? And everything that doesn't allow that to show up, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And what contribution is not enough to my life, my living, and my reality, and everything that doesn't allow that to show up times a godzillion, right, round, good, bad, pod, poc, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. Take that those two clearings and pick the thing that you keep looping around or you keep redoing or lack, need, not enough, whatever it is, right? Anything around your body, and run those. Because what that does is that begins to include in your world the gift that it is to keep creating it, and include in your world the gift that it could be to choose something else. And that will start to unravel it really easily. All right? So $75 a month, each month for 3 months. ChrystelJoyCrawford.com/3-month challenge. Please come and play with me. If you don't, that's cool. If you got anything out of this video, would you share this with other people? Because I get that people are really like needing something different in their lives. And if you'd like to come play with me in a free group over at the Awareness Challenge, How Aware Are You? Just search in Facebook, the Awareness Challenge, How Aware Are You? It's amazing. It's vibrant. It's a really fun place to be right now, and you'd be invited there too. So give this video a share for me, would you? I can't share these all on my own. And I adore you so much. Come play with me in the 3-month challenge, and otherwise I will see you next week.